Hey houseplant friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about the top 10 philodendron that I think every houseplant parent should own at some point in their life. Now this is a good list for beginner plant parents and plant experts. I mean, plant experts aren't probably going to want half of these. Wow, this is a wreck. Hello. So the first houseplant on my list, and I went from easiest to hardest. Stay tuned for the end of the video because the plants just get better. Before we jump into it, I just want to say thank you so much for watching this video, and please hit like and subscribe. Maybe you're binge watching my videos right now. Maybe you forgot to hit subscribe. Welcome to the community. Also, I do have a Patreon you can join if you want more Plant Me Ashley content. You can find the link for that in the first link in the description. Okay, so to start, we have the very basic, very generic, but very regal Philodendron Heteroecium / cordatum / heart-shaped leaf / I'm sure there's more names for it. This is like the most common philodendron you'll basically ever find. You can find this houseplant at almost any houseplant retailer or houseplant store. I found them at Zamzows, which is like a pretty generic place to buy houseplants here in Idaho. I've also found them in a bakery. There was a couple for sale at a bakery once, so that's a thing. This houseplant is extremely easy to take care of. You basically throw it in your house and just watch it live for the rest of its life. It'll just be there for you. The next houseplant on this list is basically the same plant. It is Philodendron Brazil. I don't know the parentage for Brazil. I don't know if it's just like a weird variegated form of it. I've owned a couple different Brazils over my lifetime. I've never really been able to fall in love with all of the different varieties of Philodendron Heteroecium, except for two. There's two that I really love. Brazil was kind of the gateway for me to a different houseplant, which is next on this list. Brazil is exactly the same care requirements as Heteroecium. The next philodendron on our list, Philodendron Rio. This is like a weird version of Brazil. So instead of just like the green shades, there's an added white or cream streak, and the leaves are like elongated. They're kind of like a weird vibe. I've had a couple different Rios in my life. I love them all. I actually just sold my most recent one because I needed some money. Sorry, baby. It went to two great homes. I separated the plant in half. And that's a plant that we never get here in Idaho, so I was able to make two plant moms very happy. Philodendron Rio has a little bit different care. I would say it likes a little bit higher humidity than Heteroecium. Rio. Brazil, there we go. But other than that, it's exactly the same. Next, we have one of my very favorite houseplants, Philodendron Micans. Every houseplant owner needs to own a Philodendron Micans. The reason is because this is the gateway houseplant. I just had a heart attack. I thought we weren't recording this whole time. This is the gateway houseplant to velvet leaf philodendrons and honestly, velvet leaf anthuriums. It's the easiest velvet leaf to get, I'm pretty sure. Tell me if I'm wrong in the comment section. Because it is just, first of all, it grows so fast. It just takes basic philodendron humidity requirements, which I've made a couple different videos on philodendron care. I think 2 days ago, the video I made was about all of the genus cares. But it grows so fast, it's velvet, it shines like auburn. If you hold it up to the light, it's just good. It's great. And everyone needs one. Go get one. My favorite one that I have, I got from REM Botanicals. You guys can look them up at rembotanicals.com. I love REM. The next philodendron on this list is starting to take us into the more expensive and also harder to find category. This is going to be the Philodendron Domesticum. The Philodendron Domesticum is kind of it looks similar to Philodendron erubescens when it comes to the leaf shape, but it grows much bigger or smaller depending on how you're taking care of it, the kind of light you're giving it, what kind of humidity you're giving it, you know, all of that vibe. I really like Philodendron Domesticum because it's the fastest growing philodendron I've ever taken care of. It grows faster than my Philodendron Heteroeciums, and I don't know why. It just really wants to go so fast. We've had to cut back that specific philodendron I think 6 or 7 times in the time that we've needed to only cut back all of the other philodendron, maybe 2 times or 3 times. So if you want a fast growing philodendron that you just will get so much love out of, get yourself a domesticum. Also, there's like a couple different varieties of the variegated domesticums. Those are so expensive. I've never been able to own one, but they're so pretty. Oh my gosh. The next philodendron on this list is Philodendron Camposportoanum, or Camposportoanum. This is a really great philodendron. It is another velvet leaf philodendron, and this philodendron grows especially fast as well. I mean, it grows faster if you have it like a really small variety of it. It does grow slower, the bigger leaf version that you have. This is also a super morphing aroid, so it's going to look extremely different as an immature little baby than when it is a mature big boy. And also, they're really hard to get. So if you can get your hands on one, I would definitely get a hold of one. I have the same couple from Christiana, who was an Oregon seller before she moved to Florida, and she's living her best life in Florida. This one looks exactly like Micans when it's immature, so I think that's why I like it so much. And then if you take really good care of it, it gets huge. It gets massive. And it's just cool. The next philodendron on my list is Philodendron Billietiae. I've had Billietiae. I think it's one of my very first philodendron that I've ever had, and I still have 2, I think. I might just have the one left, but I've had a couple different ones. I've never killed a Billietiae. I've only propagated and sold them. But yeah, it's a really good philodendron, and it grows really well, and it looks gorgeous. I absolutely adore my Billietiae. I always had Billietiae that I would like cut back every so often and then let them grow back in and then cut them back. But I do have one that I have never touched and I never will. It is my child's. It grows really well. It does need more humidity, just like the Domesticum and the Camposportoanum. These are gonna start needing more humidity and brighter indirect light to be super happy. The Billietiae, if you don't give it enough humidity, it like won't grow. Oh. Talk about needy. Just kidding, I'm the needy one. Hello?
Hey Ash, if someone hits you, what's the process of like, what's the process?
Did someone hit you?
In a car, yeah.
You're in a car accident?
I'm not in a car accident, I just hit my car when she was pulling into a parking spot.
What? Hi. Okay, it's, I think 2 or 3 hours later, Chris was in a minor car accident. Say hi, babe.
Hello.
And we had to go file a claim and get an estimate and do that stuff. So I'm back. Sorry I'm laughing, it's ridiculous. Just a silly thing. It wasn't a big deal. I mean, the side of his car is just dented in, which is not good at all, but it's okay because he's safe and the other person is safe. And it was minor. And what a weird thing to get on camera. It's like the earthquake I caught on camera.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah. Okay, well, we're gonna finish off this video. You good, babe?
I am. It's just unfortunate on my day off.
Yeah, we're gonna build my new computer later tonight, so it's just a couple hours. But it's totally okay, because it could have been so much worse. Could have been way worse. We're all good. We're healthy. He doesn't have any aches or bruises or anything.
It was not my fault either.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good point. He wasn't. He was just sitting in his car, and a big truck came and just kind of cut into him on the side and dented his side of the car. But it's all good. So Philodendron Billietiae, I think, is where I left off. This is a really good philodendron to have. I think I said I'd had them, especially one, for a really long time. This philodendron does need a little bit more humidity, but it is a philodendron that literally anyone can take care of and be fine. The next philodendron on this list is Philodendron Atabapoense. I have had this philodendron, the same one from the first one I ever got, ever since like the very beginning. Like I was in my dorm collecting. I made that huge video of like my 200+ houseplant collection. I've had it forever. It's grown up super big. I've chopped it back down, I think 4 different times. If I could take care of it as a beginner, you can definitely take care of it. That philodendron specifically does need higher humidity to grow in new leaves, like a decent size, otherwise you get baby leaves, which are super cute, don't get me wrong. In the back of the leaves are more red when they're immature too, because the redness goes away as the leaves get bigger. But it's a super good philodendron to have. It's very similar to the shape of the Spiritus Sancti or Bernardo Pazii, which is another really good philodendron. So if you're looking for a good philodendron with nice long leaves, it's easy to take care of and similar to the Billietiae when it comes to care, Philodendron Atabapoense is for you. Now the last two philodendron on this list are definitely the creme de la creme of more affordable but also expensive, like the more affordable side of expensive philodendron and the more bougie side of philodendron. The first is the Philodendron Pink Princess, which is this guy right here. This is a super good philodendron to have. It's wonderful. It grows super easy. My mom, who has never ever taken care of houseplants in her life, her second houseplant ever was a Pink Princess, and it is literally thriving. So if she can do it, I promise you can. I don't think this philodendron requires a lot of extra humidity. It will grow faster if you give it extra humidity. It's really good with just bright indirect light, good humidity, and a loving parent. The last philodendron on this list is Philodendron White Princess, which is probably one of my very, very favorite philodendron that I own. I mean, not probably, it is one of the very favorite that I own. Mine is doing really good. I have it growing in a full hydro right now, which is water. It's in a prop jar. It's re-rooting because it had a little bit of a problem. Back when I had a greenhouse, it got root rot, so I saved it, thank goodness, because it's like my favorite houseplant ever. But it gave me a really good leaf recently with really good white variegation. I do keep it in my terrarium, but you don't need to keep white princesses in a terrarium. I've found that it grows faster and the leaves are bigger in the terrarium because of the humidity versus just keeping it out in my room. I do want to put it, I think, just under its own cloche in the window so that it gets brighter indirect light. But the only thing with Pink Princess and White Princess is that if you give them bright direct light, they will just sunburn so fast. So you want to make sure you're not doing any direct light, just bright indirect. And I mean, that's pretty much it. They're really easy to take care of. They do really good. Like, this is like the leaf with the most pink. It was pretty much a burgundy princess, and then that happened, so sis. Anyway, those are the top 10 philodendron that I think every houseplant parent should own at some point in their life. They're amazing philodendron. They're all relatively very easy philodendron to take care of. I wouldn't call any of these philodendron hard to take care of at all. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and tweet me at PlantMeAshley if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. If you want to become a patron, the link is patreon.com/PlantMeAshley, or you can find it in the link in the description. The Patreon is where we do extra houseplant content. If you want more Plant Me Ashley stuff, go and check out it right there. I said that so weird. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next houseplant section. Bye!